Hello! Today I'll be talking about Octillery. It's the evolution of Remoraid, who evolved into Octillery at level 25. Its previous PYC dates are October 7th, 1996, July 29th, 1999, May 19th, 2002, March 9th, 2005, December 29th, 2007, October 19th, 2010, August 9th, 2013, May 30th, 2016, March 21st, 2019, and January 9th, 2022. As mentioned yesterday, when I first saw that Remoraid evolved in Octillery, I thought it was weird. It wasn't until I learned that Remoraid is based on a revolver, and that Octillery was originally based on a tank, that it made sense. Anyway, let's get into the Bulbapedia article. I should warn you though, I get a bit loud in this one, so you might want to turn down your audio. Hello and welcome to the Bulbapedia section of the video. Today we talk about Octillery, the jet Pokemon, whose number is 0-224. This is what it looks like. Its type is water. Abilities, Suction Cups or Sniper in Gen 4+. Moody is its Sin ability. Gender ratio is 50-50. Catch rate is 75 or 17.5%. Breeding is 8 groups, Water 1 and Water 2. Hatch time 20 cycles. Height is 2'11" or 0.9 meters. Weight is 62.8 pounds or 28.5 kilograms. Basic experience yield is 164 in Gen 2 through 4 and 168 in 5+. Leveling rate is medium fast. EV yield is 2, 1 in attack and 1 in special attack. Shape is that. Footprint is that. Pokedex color is red and base friendship is 70. Octillery is a water-type Pokemon introduced in Gen 2. It evolved from Remoraid starting at level 25. Biology: Octillery is a red cephalopod-like Pokemon with large round eyes and a turret-like mouth. There are yellow bumps on its rock-hard head and yellow suction cups on each of its 8 tentacles. These suction cups and yellow bumps are smaller on a female Octillery. It uses its tentacles for manipulating objects, and the suction cups give it strong gripping power. Because of this, it is very hard for it to be blown away. Octillery is a relaxed Pokemon who loves fuss from its trainer. Even though it is more docile when domesticated, it can be very stubborn at times in the wild. It instinctively sneaks into rocky holes or pots, and if it gets sleepy, it steals the nest of a fellow Octillery. When threatened, it will spurt ink from its mouth to cover itself before escaping, allowing it to protect itself and its young from danger. Octillery's ink obscures vision and contains substances that dull predators' sense of smell. Octillery also uses this ink on its prey before its suction cups hold the prey tightly. Its ink can also be used as a cooking ingredient. Besides ink, Octillery sometimes uses its rock-hard head on its foes. Prior to Gen 8, Octazooka was its signature move, but other Pokemon could still inherit it via breeding. Octillery is normally found in oceans and caves. For a long time, people refused to believe Octillery was an evolution of Remoraid because of the extreme physical differences between the two. It is thought to be a distant relative to Amistar. In new Pokemon Snap, an Octillery can be seen about to be preyed on by a Viper. Evolution: Octillery evolved from Remoraid, level 25, Octillery. Game data, NPC appearances, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Red Rescue Team, and Blue Rescue Team. Octillery is the leader of Team Constrictor, a silver rank rescue team. It joins the new team with Blastoise and Golem, designed to travel through Magma Cavern, but is defeated. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Explorers of Sky. Octillery is a regular visitor of Spinda's Cafe. Pokedex entries, Gen 2 and Gold. It traps enemies with its suction cups tentacles, then smashes them with its rock-hard head. Silver, it instinctively sneaks into rocky holes. If it gets sleepy, it steals the nest of a fellow Octillery. Crystal, its instinct is to bury itself in holes. It often steals the nesting holes of others to sleep in them. For Stadium 2, if you have Pokemon Red, Silver, or Crystal inserted, you basically get Gold's entry, but Suction Cup is 2 words. If you have Pokemon Blue, Gold, or Yellow inserted, you get the Silver entry. In Gen 3, Ruby and Sapphire, Octillery grabs onto its foe using its tentacles. This Pokemon tries to immobilize it before delivering the finishing blow. If the foe turns out to be too strong, Octillery spews ink to escape. Emerald ensnares its foe with its suction cup tentacles before delivering the finishing blow. If the foe turns out to be too strong, it spews ink to escape. Fire Red is the Silver entry, and Leaf Green is the Gold entry. In Gen 4 and Diamond, it lives in the gaps and boulders and in holes on the seafloor. Its suction cups grip prey tightly. Pearl, it obscures its foe's vision by spitting a cloud of murky ink. It makes its nest among boulders. Platinum, it loves to lurk inside holes in rocks. It sometimes sprays ink on prey by sticking out only its mouth. Heart Gold is very similar to Gold, but slightly different, so I'll read it. It traps foes with the suction cups on its tentacles, then smashes them with its rock-hard head. Soul Silver is the Silver counterpart. In Gen 5, Black and White is Platinum's entry, Black 2 and White 2, and has a tendency to want to be in holes. It prefers rock crags or pots and sprays ink from them before attacking. In Gen 6, X is Black 2 and White 2's entry. Y is Heart Gold's entry. Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are basically Ruby and Sapphires, but Octillery and Pokemon are now the correct casing. In Gen 7 and Ultra Sun, the ink it spits when escaping is special. It contains a substance that dulls the sense of smell, so Pokemon with keen noses get lost. Ultra Moon, It usually sleeps in caves. The pitch black ink that Octillery spits is also used for cooking. In Gen 8, Sword is black 2, white 2, and X's entry. Shield is gold and leaf green's entry. Brilliant Diamond is its diamond counterpart. Shining Pearl is very similar to Pearls, but Murky is now black. Legends Arceus? Well, Octillery still shoots water from its mouth. The drastic anatomical difference between it and Remoraid meant that for a long time no one believed the former evolved from the latter. Octillery in the Alola Pokedex and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Game locations. Side game locations and events. Held items, Octillery was available to be traded for in My Pokemon Ranch only as part of an online event. From Ranch and the Pokewalker, you get the Focus Band 100% of the time. Legends Arceus, normal. Pop Pod 35% of the time, Ball of Bud 15% of the time, and Grid Items by level. Alpha EXP Candy M 100% of the time, Seed of Mastery 20% of the time, and Grid Items by level. Still don't know how the math works. Stats, base stats, HP 75, attack 105, defense 75, special attack 105, special defense 75, speed 45, for a total of 480. Pokeathlon stats, type effectiveness, damage normally by normal, fighting, flying, poison, ground, rock, bug, ghost, psychic, dragon, dark, and fairy. Weak to grass or electric for double, immune to nothing, resistant to steel, fire, water, and ice, all for half. Learn set by leveling up for Sword and Shield and Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. We'll do this Evo and then go down to 25. Upon evolution, you get Octazooka, 30 Bullet Seed, 36 Ice Beam, 42 Hydro Pump, 48 Soak, and 54 Hyper Beam. Legends Arceus, the same thing. Upon evolution, you get Octazooka, then masters it at 28. At 25, you get Ice Beam, mastered at 35. 34, you get Hydro Pump, masters at 45. 43, it gets Hyper Beam, and it masters it at 54. By TM/TR, we're skipping. Yeah, by breeding, we're skipping. By tutoring, in Sword and Shield and Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. If you have the Sword and Shield expansion pass, you get Skitter Smack. It's a physical, bug-type move. Its power is 70, accuracy 90, and PB has 10. In Legends Arceus, you can get Charge Beam, Energy Ball, Flamethrower, Flash Cannon, Focus Energy, Giga Impact, Hyper Beam, Ice Beam, Icy Wind, Psychic Rest, Sludge Bomb, Swift, and Water Pulse. Nothing by prior evolution. By transfer from another generation. 5 through 7, you get Bind. 4, you get Captivate. That doesn't work anymore. 4 through 7, you get Charge Beam. 6 and 7, you get Confide. 2 through 7, you get Constrict. That doesn't work anymore. 2, you get Curse. 2 and 3, you get Defense Curl. 2 through 7, you get Double Team. 3, you get Double Edge. 6 and 7, you get Entrainment. 2 through 7, you get Frustration and Hidden Power. Neither work anymore. 5 and 6, you get Incinerate. 3, you get Mimic. 2 through 4, you get Mud Slap. 4, you get Natural Gift. That doesn't work anymore. 2 through 7, you get Return. That doesn't work anymore. 3, 4, and 6, you get Secret Power. That doesn't work anymore. 3, you get Seismic Toss. 4 through 7, you get Single Beam. That doesn't work anymore. 5 through 7, you get Smackdown. 4, you get String Shot. 2 through 7, you get Swagger and Toxic. And 4 through 7, you get Ring Out. That doesn't work anymore. TCG only moves, you get Smoke Screen on this card. Side game data, you got all this. Okay. Pokemon Ranger in the browser entry. Octillery jumps to the water surface, but its heavy weight quickly sinks it. Guardian Signs. It shoots orbs of water to attack. You got all this. Okay. Pokepark Wii, Pikachu's Adventure. In the Pokepark bat entry. Octillery love to battle. They came to the Iceberg Zone as a group so that they can play. New Pokemon Snap in the Photodex entry. Octillery wanders around until it finds the perfect rocky crag to hide under. If it anchors another Pokemon by wandering into its territory, Octillery will spit ink to cover its escape. Evolution data. Remoraid, level 25 Octillery. Sprites here. Okay, it had yellow eyes. That makes it look really weird. In gold and silver, yeah. Its shiny is kind of gold with green eyes. That's interesting. Yeah, very... I think there's more suckers. Well, maybe not. I don't know. That's very interesting. Then you got the white eyes and crystals. It becomes kind of more red and yellow. Or they're kind of this red-orange, I guess. Just vaguely white, yellow, whatever those things are supposed to be. Yeah. It's a little bit different as well. I think the snout is a little bit more long rather than round. This is more kind of a brown with green. Kind of the same green, I'd say. Or very similar, anyway. Yeah. It's kind of, yep. This orange, red-orange kind of color. The yellow. The gender differences, you can see they're smaller. Yeah. Not much changes, though. I guess these are back to kind of being more rounded, I guess. Oh, the eyes. Oh, the Backsprite's eyes. There are no eyes in the Backsprite in Gen 2. Then they add them here. But they look surprised, I guess. But then they're kind of looking forward, kind of how those are looking that way, I guess. Oh, this is a different red in Platinum. And these kind of say that it's kind of, yeah, and this kind of becomes a lot more faded, I guess. Interesting. You got a full back sprite in Gen 5 here, that's interesting. That's kind of fun. It's interesting to see it not just be the curled ones like I kind of expected it to be, but it's interesting. Then, Gen 6, we get the models, going kind of back to the red-orange kind of color with the yellow. There's a darker kind of almost gold, I guess, color. But yeah, and then we got, you know, it's a pretty good model, I'd say. Pretty good translation. Yeah. These are basically the same. This one's, yeah, definitely, I mean, better models, of course. You know, very interesting. Yeah. Okay, homes. I got these, yep. In animation, Octillery and Pokemon Journeys the series. Okay. These, yeah. Pokedex entries. We ready to record this first one in the anime section, so let Dexter read it.
Octillery, the jet Pokemon, will instinctively sneak into rocky holes. It locks onto opponents with its leg suckers, then rams them with its rock-hard head.
Advanced Generations, episode 21 in May's Pokedex. Octillery, the jet Pokemon. Octillery attaches its tentacled feet to its opponent before attacking with its hard head. In the manga, Octillery and Pokemon Adventures. Okay, in the TCG. Other appearances, Pokemon Detective Pikachu, we'll look at that one later. Trivia, the company logo for Galar Fire Station depicts an Octillery. So you got icon for Galar Fire Station, very clever because of the water, it's super water, that's fun. In the 1997 Nintendo Space World demo of Pokemon Gold and Silver, Octillery's design included a helmet and armor that make it resemble a tank. So sprites from the 1997 demo. Oh, we got a back sprite, cool. Origin, Octillery seems to be based on an octopus. It also has some basis on a tank or a wheeled cannon. Beside the firearm theme, Remoraid and Octillery share the trait of being based on aquatic animals with suction cups. Name origin, Octillery may be a combination of octopus and artillery. Aku Tank may be a combination of octopus and tank. In other languages, see also, external links, let's move on. Now let's watch Octillery's first scene in the anime. Hello and welcome to the anime portion of the video. Today, we are watching, quite fittingly, Octillery the Outcast. In this episode, Ash Ketchum, the main character, and one of his traveling companions, Misty, have come to this Red Rock Island, I guess, to enter something called the World Cup. And in sort of waiting for their tournaments, this boy has come up to them asking them to help train his Remoraid, so it can evolve into an Octillery. And Misty has agreed, and so they just battled, and now this is after the battle, and now it's evolving into a Octillery.
What's happening to Remoraid?
Looks like Remoraid's starting to evolve.
That's Brock, one is another companion. That's Pikachu, Ash's Pokemon, and Togepi. Misty's Pokemon. And that is Octillery's first scene in the anime. Let's move on. Now let's watch Octillery's scenes in Detective Pikachu. Hello and welcome to the Detective Pikachu portion of the video, or as I like to call it, Detective Octillery, as it's only the phrase with Octillery to the best of my ability. So, this is Tim Goodman, the main character. He has come to Rhyme City, a city where humans and Pokemon coexist. You can see, you know, humans and Pokemon coexisting. And he has come here because his father, Harry Goodman, a police detective, has died in a car crash. And he's kind of cleaning up his life, I guess. So, yeah, right now there's kind of a few establishing shots, but they're going to the police department to sort of clean up there, I guess. And there's a couple Octillery in the background. Can't really see them right now, but as we go through this, you'll be able to see them a little bit better. There's the Octillery here. And then, so now we've cut to much later in the film. Tim has met Detective Pikachu, a talking Pikachu with amnesia, and he has gone on a little adventure where some Apom have taken something called the R-Gas, which makes Pokemon go crazy. And he is, trying to warn people about the crazy Pokemon and stuff. And he's the only one who can understand Detective Pikachu, so as we go around the scene here, I guess, he'll try to, like, wonder why other people can't understand him. They got the Octillery in these booths here. I don't remember exactly where it is in this one, but they're there. I think here, maybe? Or here. There it is. There's the Octillery here. Okay. Yes. Then we got the Octillery there. There's the Aphon. They're back to normal, giving his pants because he lost his pants during the chase. That's Detective Pikachu.
Me, I don't wear underwear.
He's serving, the Octillery's serving
You can hear him.
people at this night market.
It's me. It's that stuff that I put up my
Yeah.
nose.
So he also took some of the Argas.
You can hear him talking. You can hear him saying words.
What are you not getting here, kid?
So there's another one doing
You're the only
tea.
one who can. It's like nested. Why were you in that apartment?
It's my father's place. That's why I was there.
Yeah, so they met
Why were you
at Harry's
Seems
apartment.
nice.
Okay, so yeah. Yeah, and so now they've teamed up. Detective Pikachu has convinced him that Harry is probably not dead. So they're investigating it. So they start by, they're gonna talk to Lucy, a reporter Tim met earlier, who was investigating Harry's disappearance. There's an Octillery here. So right now they're at a news station. They just watched a promo where Howard Clifford, the founder of Rhyme City, and his son Roger Clifford, who owns the news, have just done a little promo introducing the 10th anniversary of Rhyme City Parade. So he was talking about how Roger sounds nice. That was ironic because he was being mean.
There she is.
It's Howard talking about it.
Okay, I was not.
So, okay. Yeah, so he was like getting all flustered about meeting her because he was like because Detective Pikachu was teasing him. Anyway, so now we've cut to much later in the film. Lucy has sent them to find the source of the R gas, and they found it at the underground fight club. Since Pokemon fighting is illegal in Rhyme City, so right now a Gengar and a Blastoise are fighting. You can see the Octillery here.
Okay, kid. So here's what we know.
Ready for next battle.
There's a few Octillery around here. There's Octillery in a pole here as well.
Just doing some light stretching. You never want to go into these things.
So yeah, what has happened is that Tim and Detective Pikachu have met the owner of this club. They want the information about the Argas so they can track Harry down. But he's only willing to give them that information if he has a fight with the owner's Charizard. And so now he has just found out that because of his amnesia he can't use his powers. And the Charizard has taken some of the Argas, so he's going crazy and is going to try to kill Pikachu here. There's the Octillery again. So there's the Charizard with his eyes all weird because of the Argas. He came in to try to help Detective Pikachu. So Detective Pikachu went on his head to try to stop him from attacking Tim. And so he's actually been swept up by the tail. So what has happened is that the owner came in to try to stop Tim, but he was hit by the tail, falling, and since he had a bunch of files of Argas, it's gone flying here, and so it'll make Pokemon go all crazy and stuff.
Those are special things, kid.
Okay. And so now we've got to a little later. Howard has summoned them and explained that Harry isn't dead, and that Mewtwo has taken his soul, and so now they're ready to find out more. And there's an Octillery randomly here.
There's a lot we can make better if we crack that.
So now we're at the 10th anniversary Rhyme City Parade. A bunch of Pokemon and their humans have come to this. And it's been revealed that Howard Clifford has captured Mewtwo, since a whole lot of stuff has happened. But yeah, Howard captured Mewtwo, put his mind inside something called the Neuralink, and now he's gonna spread a bunch of Argas around because he wants the ultimate partnership between humans and Pokemon, and he believes that putting people's minds inside their Pokemon is how he's gonna do that. He can do that using Mewtwo's powers. Yes, and there's the Octillery.
Me, but for all of humanity.
Yep. So now some of it's coming out of the thing. Yep. All the Pokemon are going crazy. There's one down there. And that is Octillery's scenes in Detective Pikachu. Let's move on. Now let's see why people love Octillery. Now let's look at fan art. Hello and welcome to the fan art section of the video. Nobody sent in fan art, so instead we're looking at DeviantArt fan art. For those of you familiar with the series, you might be wondering why we're on the single image, and that's because that's the only image we'll be doing today. This is Octillery by Sailor Clef. This cool, simple Octillery image here. Very nice, very well done. Like the painting style. Yep, you can see all the suckers and the other jewel stings. Yep. That's it. Let's move on. Thanks to everyone who submitted fan art. I won't be streaming tonight as I need to wait until I've talked about Miltank to catch a Remoraid to evolve it into Octillery. Tomorrow I'll be talking about Delibird. As always, this is my proper outfit, and you'll see me tomorrow.